This Halloween, party with your favorite monsters during Halloween Horror Nights.
What's up, everybody? Welcome into the vlog. I am Wolfman Rob. Appreciate you coming over here to hang out with me, man. Today we are talking about, as you already well know, Stranger Things Season 5 has been announced as the latest IP announcement for Halloween Horror Nights in Orlando and in Hollywood, man. So we're going to talk about that, give some more details on that, talk about it, give my feelings on that and all that stuff, as well as talk about the history of the Stranger Things at Halloween Horror Nights, man. We're going to do that on this here episode. So again, appreciate you coming over here and hanging out with me. And just real quick and upfront, I know that they have announced, as they're recording this episode, they have announced an original house, the second original house of the year with HR Blood and Guts returning to Halloween Horror Nights. I'm waiting to see how the week plays out to see if there are any other original announcements made. If not, I'll be able to look out for another video talking about HR Blood and Guts announcement, as well as the history of HR Blood and Guts at Halloween Horror Nights, man. But without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into this with the history of Halloween Horror Nights and Stranger Things, man. So, Stranger Things has been at the event for several years, starting actually in 2016 and in 2017. So you're like, wait a minute, I thought it was 2018. We'll get there, man. In 2016 and 2017, Stranger Things had a presence in Orlando during Bill and Ted's Excellent Halloween Adventure. Remember that show that was there before the Nightmare Fuel took over that area? They had the Bill and Ted's Excellent Halloween Adventure over there, and Stranger Things was first mentioned at Halloween Horror Nights in said show. Now, yes, 2018, we go to the Halloween Horror Nights house for the first time. Stranger Things being at Halloween Horror Nights and having its own house based on its first season, man. So we're going to throw up that lovely poster for you, which I also have hanging up on the wall back there. Well, we talk a little bit about this house. Now, in 2018, it was featured in Orlando, in Hollywood, and in Singapore. Halloween Horror Nights takes you deep inside the haunting world of Netflix's Stranger Things. The Demogorgon is hunting in our world now. This house won House of the Year in 2018 for Orlando, and it was actually a really cool thing that they did with this house is that they left it open for Stranger Things Day at Universal Orlando, man, which I went back down there and experienced as well. I got the sticker on my annual pass. They gave you a sticker when you're through the house, which is the first time this has ever happened where they left a house open during daytime in the parks, and they celebrated Stranger Things Day, which is, of course, the day that, the stuff that happened with Will Byers and all that stuff. That is the reason they let the house open. Is extremely popular, as we talked about with the winning House of the Year. And I loved it, man. My first year at Halloween Horror Nights was HHN 28, and Stranger Things was one of the big reasons I wanted to go to that year's event, man. I wanted to go to Halloween Horror Nights before then, but was never really able to make it to the event for whatever reason. But I was like, I'm not missing 28, especially with a show like Stranger Things that I fell in love with being there. Of course, other properties involved and all that stuff, but we're talking Stranger Things this episode. And I loved that house, man. Like, that house was extremely well put together. All the stuff throughout the house was really cool. Just reliving those scenes from the show throughout the house and everything, and just experiencing all of that was great. Love that poster again. It's back there on the wall. It's that one right there. If you can check it out. And man, what a great time that house was, and a great experience. And then going back later after the Halloween Horror Nights event had ended and they left the house open for Stranger Things Day, and experiencing that for the first time, going through a house during daytime when the event's not going on and all this stuff, and celebrating Stranger Things Day was an incredible experience. And again, I have this sticker on my annual pass, man, and it's so cool. They gave you that sticker. I'm trying to see if I can grab my wallet to show you the annual pass sticker, see if it'll show up. It's from 2018, so it's a little worn down, but there you go. Let's see. Try to put that in the camera there. That's what it kind of looks like right there. I don't know if you can really see it. The light's not really helping us, and all that stuff. But it says basically, I found Will Byers, hashtag Stranger Things Day, Stranger Things Universal, man. Love my annual pass, by the way. So there you go. That's when Stranger Things had its first house at Halloween Horror Nights. In 2019, we get the sequel house for Halloween Horror Nights in Orlando as well as in Hollywood. In 2019, prepare to go even further into the chilling world of the Upside Down as Stranger Things returns to Halloween Horror Nights in an all-new haunted house. This would be featured in Orlando's Marathon and Mayhem Lagoon show as well, which please give us that version of the Lagoon show back. Thank you for what Brett you brought back last year. We want that version back. We want the Marathon of Mayhem, baby. But yes, this year, 2019, they brought Stranger Things back to again Orlando and Hollywood, and it was the, of course, sequel house to the 2018 house. But this house also featured seasons 2 and 3, man. So they put 2 seasons together, which caused a little bit of chaos, right? It seemed like it was a little bit kind of rushed, if you will, or just not fully put together. And while me as a Stranger Things fan appreciated a lot of what I was seeing throughout that house and a lot of what I was experiencing while walking through that house, there are some things you can have problems with what that house was. Mostly for me, it was like the static figures where they're using like mannequins and puppets instead of live actors in the house, and that kind of stunk, right? But there are still some really cool scenes in the house. With like the arcade and then the mind flyer over there, and then you had even though it was just like mannequins, seeing the gate scene and all that stuff was cool, and then walking into season 3 and experiencing all that, and the amazing mind flyer that Orlando had. Hollywood, we're not talking about yours, but the one in Orlando that had the amazing set piece of the mind flyer and the Starcourt Mall and all that stuff, which was incredible. To turn into that area of the house and see that, be like, holy freaking crap, this is insane and awesome, and something I haven't experienced before. And it was like, man, what a just crazily cool creation this was. And I can't remember if I threw the poster up. There you go. And one of my favorite posters as well. I need to get that for the wall, but I love that image of the universal globe all flayed out there, and you got the mind flyer back there, the rotten pumpkins, the bus, the scarecrow. Is just so Halloween feeling and so cool feeling and so cool looking, and it's like one of those things you just thoroughly enjoy. And the artwork that they do for these houses, man. So that is the last time for a while the Stranger Things would be featured at the event itself. It will take a bit of a hiatus, if you will, as we go several years without Stranger Things. The next time we do get Stranger Things at Halloween Horror Nights, it is in 2023. So quick math, about 4 years, right? 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023, 4 years, right? Of course, we had some things going on in the between time there where we kind of had a Halloween Horror Nights, but we didn't have a Halloween Horror Nights when we had the seasonal event that happened in Orlando and all that stuff. But we got back into our Halloween Horror Nights world, and in 2023, Stranger Things again returned to Orlando and Hollywood with Stranger Things season 4 at the front here, man. We'll throw that poster up for you. Now it's 2023. Join the fight against Vecna. Don't let Vecna get in your mind as you take on the scariest season of Stranger Things yet. Try to resist his gruesome curse before the ultimate showdown in his blood-red mind, Leia. Man, so yeah, this time we're going against Vecna, the big bad of the Stranger Things world. This is where we're going to experience this horrific villain and come face to face with those things. And overall, season 4's house was pretty good. Like I think it was an upgrade from the 2019 house for sure. But there are some issues with this house as well. There was a lot of, like we mentioned, the red layer there. It looked cool for the most part, but for a lot of the part, it was kind of let down in some areas, if you will, and all that stuff. I remember the final scene with Eddie and Dustin and all that stuff was kind of cool, but could have done more, or was maybe even hoping for more, if you will. But I mean, hearing Metallica in there, I know it's Metallica, but I like saying Metallica. Hearing the Metallica stuff going on and all that stuff, that was cool. And a lot of the scenes to experience in there and running up the hill and all that was cool stuff to experience, but I think it could have been done just a little bit better. Throughout the year, I know this mostly for Orlando, I can't speak for Hollywood, but throughout the years, it's been in different sound stages each time that it's been there. But those are the history of Halloween Horror Nights at Orlando and Hollywood. I'm specifically saying Orlando and Hollywood because we did mention Singapore with 2018. Stranger Things last time, before, of course, its recent announcement, the last time HHN was at our Stranger Things was at HHN was in 2025, last year, man, in Singapore. They had Stranger Things return, and it was seasons 2 through 4. So they did a whole mashup, man, over there in Singapore's Halloween Horror Nights events of course, the Stranger Things, man. And then now we have Stranger Things season 5 officially announced for this year's event in Orlando and in Hollywood. There is your poster. we're going to give you some details here on this house as it goes. One last adventure. Return to Hawkins for the final battle in this haunted house based on Stranger Things Season 5. It is Hawkins' last stand. The Upside Down is invading Hawkins, and this time, no one's safe. In this haunted house, based on the final season of Stranger Things, join the gang in Hawkins for one last adventure as you try to survive Demogorgons and the Mind Flyer. Will you defeat Vecna once and for all? Man, what a an incredible description. What an incredible piece of artwork there for this season. I'm very excited about this. I teamed up with the folks over there at the Death Curse Club, and we talked about this already and the merchandise and all that stuff. We do that for announcements. We get together and talk all that stuff, and we're going to do it, of course, with more announcements as they come, and then, of course, hype lists and all that good stuff. But I'm still dropping stuff for you beautiful people on this here YouTube channel and the ones listening via audio. But I'm very excited about this, man. I am not one of those people who was disappointed with Stranger Things season 5 at all. I loved Stranger Things season 5. I loved what we got. I love what they did. And just thinking about some of those scenes, especially at the freaking facility and seeing Vecna come through the freaking portal, man. Oh, I hope that scene's in there. That scene is so freaking cool where he just comes there and he's wrecking house. People think, oh, we got you, Vecna. No, you don't. No, you don't. Can't wait to see that. Can't wait to see how they bring the way they brought the Mind Flyer to life in the house in 2019. Can't wait to see what they do with this because this is a bigger, badder, more menacing Mind Flyer. We're inside the Mind Flyer at one point battling Vecna in season 5. So got to see how that all turns out if we're going to be able to do that or not, man. But so many questions, so many awesome things about season 5 and things that I'm hoping. I can't wait. Like, I'm very excited about this house and just thinking about the houses we've gotten announced so far between Jack and Dr. Oddfellow to Stranger Things season 5 to Sinners, man, and now of course HR Blood and Guts has been announced. We're getting closer and closer to announcement season. Things are happening. We'll be talking about more of that stuff, and I'll talk, of course, like I mentioned before, we'll talk HR Blood and Guts. But I'm very excited. Merchandise wise, not going to show it to you. You know, a lot of people have beat up the shirt enough, and you know, I'm with you on that one. I'm not into that shirt too much. You know, some kind of mishap happened there. The mug's all right, I guess. But this I definitely got. Came in the mail actually the day of recording this. I have the Vecna Demogorgon acrylic piece to add to the wonderful carousel that is the HHN souvenir of the year this year, man. And very happy, excited about this, and so cool that the Demogorgon comes by itself because that lets me know it probably goes on to. I think you can plug these things in anywhere on this carousel. I don't think there's really any rhyme or reason. We'll find out. And I will, you know, do a video of that when I edit and all that stuff. But man, love Stranger Things. Love that it is finally back at Halloween Horror Nights and getting the opportunity to live this. Obviously, I'm going to buy merch. I have the 3 other shirts that they've done for Stranger Things, and we expect there to be a bigger, better HHN shirt, hopefully with this image right here on it, or maybe something even cooler with Vecna and or any other characters with the arch, because this was not a shirt last year from what I remember. This is from season 4, not last year, obviously, 2023. This was not the shirt. The shirt last year had Vecna with the arch, much like, you know, of course they had the arch in this one and all that stuff, man. So I can't wait to see what they end up doing with the main shirt for Stranger Things. I could end up buying a lot of merch, man. You know, it could be a lot of things bought this year. The carousel's already running me into the ground bank wise, but it's worth it, man. I love Halloween Horror Nights. It makes me happy. And we're living for today. We're not living for tomorrow. We're not living for yesterday. We're living for now, man. And these things are making me very happy in the now. And that's all that really matters. So there you go, man. Appreciate all of you. Hope you stayed around this long. And that is the history of the Stranger Things at Halloween Horror Nights. Hope you enjoyed this. And like always, like to remind you matter. You're capable of incredible things. Trust yourself, believe yourself, keep going forward, chasing those goals, man. The things will work out for you the way they need to work out for you. Again, HR Blood and Guts, we know it has been announced. I'm not avoiding talking about it. I'm waiting to see what else happens as they're recording this episode throughout the week. If we're going to be an originals week or not, we shall see. If not, we will talk HR Blood and Guts next Into the Fog episode, man. quick plug, I do movie reviews as well. We got the Toy Story 5 movie review out now, as well as many other movie reviews. Supergirl week, that review will be out before long as well, man. So appreciate all of you. Hope you have, again, a wonderful rest of the day, week, month, year. You matter. And we'll be back with more fun Halloween Horror Nights stuff to talk about. And to the fog.